On page 3 at the top, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer or uvorei choshech, oseh shalom uvorei et hakol.
The sun rises and the black of night fades away. Brilliant oranges, pinks, and yellows fill the day.
Blessed is the light of day.
Animals slowly wake, squinting in the sun, running, squirming, and sniffing through the grass.
Blessed is the light of creation.
People reach out to each other, helping, supporting, and loving one another.
Blessed is the light of peace.
Baruch Atah Adonai.
Blessed is the light of the world.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
You may be seated. And I'm on the top of page 4. Please join me. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all you are. Set these words which I command you today upon your heart. You shall teach them to your children. Speak of them when you sit in your house and when you walk outside, when you lie down and when you get up. Tie them as a sign on your hand. Let them be a symbol between your eyes. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Remember and do all of my commandments and be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God.
We join now for Mi Chamocha. This is our song where we celebrate freedom. This, if you are a dancer, this is your moment as we sing Lai Lai together. Yai lai lai la lai la 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 lai. Yai lai lai la lai la 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 lai. Yai la lai la lai la 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 lai. Yai la lai lai la 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 lai. Mi chamocha. Mi chamocha ba'eli matanai. Mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh naratehi lodo sefele. Naratehi lodo sefele. Lai lights again. Yai lai lai la lai la 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 la. Yai lai lai la lai la 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 la. Yai lai la lai la lai la 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 la. Yai lai 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 ya la 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 la. We continue on the next page. We rise. If you weren't already risen from all of your dancing, we're going to rise now for tefillah. Adonai sefatai tiftachu fi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, ve'Elohei Rachel, El Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei hakol, v'zocher chasdei avot v'imahot, u'mevi gula livnei v'neihem, leman shemo ba'ahava. Zochreinu lechaim, melech hafetz b'chaim, v'chodveinu b'sefer hachaim, lemancha Elohim chaim. Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah.
We are continuing on page 6. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, v'chayei hakol atah rav lehoshia. You are holy, God. Even your name is holy, and we want to be like you. You are strong.
We can be strong.
You help people.
We can help people.
You make freedom possible.
We can make people free.
You remember the people who came before us.
We can remember them and the lessons they taught us.
You are holy, God.
We act holy. We can act holy too.
On page 7, we continue with the Kiddusha. And this is
right.
our, you got it?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
All right.
I didn't get that far. I'm marking my service. Everyone, we are, as Rabbi Jurgen said, we are on page 7. And this is another physical thing. So if you are standing, or hopefully you can stand up again when we say the words Kadosh, 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 or holy, 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 you are supposed to get up on the tips of your toes. That is because we are acting like the angels who are also praying to God. So I'm going to read the English, and then each of you can respond either with Kadosh or holy. Rabbi Jurgen is going to tell you which one to do. Okay? God, everywhere we turn, we feel you with us.
Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh.
We feel you with us when we see a newborn baby.
Holy, holy, holy.
We feel you with us when we touch a soft flower.
Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh.
We feel you with us when we see a rainbow after a storm.
Holy, holy, holy.
We feel you with us when we are loving and loved.
Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh.
We feel you with us when we do a mitzvah.
Holy, holy, holy.
Baruch atah Adonai hamelech hakadosh. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy ruler. So now take a little rest. You can sit for just a few moments as we continue with silent prayer.
For those of us who are saying prayers, sometimes I think the most special prayers we say all day aren't the ones that are written down in the book. They're the ones that come straight from our hearts. So I'm sure some of the most beautiful prayers that God's going to hear all day just came straight from your heart. We're going to continue with Yihi Yularatson, which is in Hebrew a prayer that we say thinking about the words that we whispered inside our heads, or maybe even whispered out loud, and hoping that God hears those prayers and thinks that those prayers are good and thinks that those prayers are worthy of granting. So, Yihi Yularatson. Yihi Yularatson. Imrefi vehegyon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri Vegali. We're going to do that one more time. Yihi Yularatson, Imrefi, Vehegyon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri Vegali
So now we get to this point of what really Yom Kippur is all about. It's called Vidui. Can you say that? Vidui. All right. And this vidui is our confession of sin. We begin to heal ourselves on Yom Kippur when we remember and say out loud things that we are sorry we have done. We say we are sorry together because not one of us is perfect. There were times when we did not tell the truth, times when we were not honest. There were times when we failed to respect our parents. There were times that we made promises that we later broke. For these things and all the others that we did wrong this year, we ask God's forgiveness. Page 9. We say together, Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for the sins which we committed, we are sorry. Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for not always trying to be the best we could be. Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for the times when we forgot to honor our parents, grandparents, and teachers. Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for the times we acted badly when no one was watching. Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for times that we hurt people, whether we knew that we hurt them or not. Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for times we blamed others for things we had done.
For all of these things, O God of forgiveness, compassion, and love, forgive us, pardon us, and bring us closer to you on this Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement.
So now we are going to rise on page 10 in honor of our Torah. If you have a Torah, you can pull it out. If you don't, that's okay. You can pretend, right? Because the words of Torah are in us anyway. Also, I have to say I'm loving all the pets that are joining us for Yom Kippur this morning. So grab that Torah. On this day of forgiveness, we remember God is like a parent, Avinu. God is like a ruler, Malkeinu. Avinu Malkeinu, hear our voice. Avinu Malkeinu, you know that we made mistakes. Avinu Malkeinu, we have done wrong before you. Avinu Malkeinu, help us to return to you to live the best way we can. Avinu Malkeinu, make an end to sickness, war, and hunger. Avinu Malkeinu, inscribe us for blessing in the book of life. Avinu Malkeinu, make this next year a good year for us. Avinu Malkeinu, fill our hands with blessing. Avinu Malkeinu, be kind and answer us. Treat us generously and with kindness, and be our help.
Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Chanenu B'Aneinu, Ki Ein Banu Masim, Asei Banu, Tzedaka V'Chesed, Asei Banu, Tzedaka V'Chesed, V'Hoshienu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Chanenu B'Aneinu, Ki Ein Banu Masim.
So I got too excited and had you take out your Torahs a little too early, but that's okay. It's super special to hold that Torah either in your heart or physically for Avinu Malkeinu. And now on page 11, we're going to take that Torah out of the ark, maybe dance a little bit with it. We'd be walking around with it through the sanctuary if we were in person.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Kol Shana, Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Kol Shana,
All right, so you could be seated, put those Torahs down for just a couple of minutes, and we are going to do a little bit differently than we did for Rosh Hashanah. We are going to do our Torah blessings, and then instead of reading from Torah, we're going to hear a story, and the story is words of Torah, so it fits in. So we're going to do the blessing still before and after. So the blessing is on page 12. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach, Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam vahed, Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam vahed, Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol hamim, v'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch ata Adonai noten haTorah. So unlike a lot of other stories, this one is not so long ago and not so far away. There lived a boy, his name was Jacob, and he loved to tell stories. Not his own stories, mind you. Jacob found other people's stories far more interesting. And in the neighborhood where he lived, his dad owned a newsstand. And at the newsstand, everyone came together to share their news, because that's what you do at newsstands. You won't believe what Joseph did again, Mrs. Axeloon said. What now? Mrs. Jacobson responded. He threw his retainer out in the trash during school lunch again. Again? Asked Mrs. Jacobson. And I told him this was the last time he would have to have crooked teeth forever. Well, at least he still has teeth, chimed in Mr. Slipikoff. I haven't seen mine for years. Jacob couldn't believe his ears. Another day, he heard a totally different story. We're taking Rachel to Disney World as a surprise for her 10th birthday, shared Mrs. Gubitz. Wow, Disney? Replied Mrs. Axeloons. What a treat! Oh yes, we can't wait to get her those fantastic embroidered ears. We think she'll love it. Wow, this story was even better, thought Jacob. The next day, when he went to school, he couldn't contain himself. On the bus, he turned to his seatmate, David. I have such a great story to tell you. For Joseph's 10th birthday, he gets to go to Disney World, and Rachel's mom says that Rachel has no teeth left. David smiled and continued reading his book. Later, in line for recess, Jacob turned to his friend Noah. I have such a great story to tell you. Joseph is getting a hat with embroidered teeth on it. And Rachel fell into the trash can after lunch last week. Can you believe it? Noah looked confused and continued walking down the hallway. That night, Joseph, Rachel, and their parents knocked on the front door of Jacob's house. When his dad opened the door, they all stood there angrily. Is everything okay? Asked Jacob's dad. Nothing is okay. Jacob is spreading rumors about me, said Joseph. Jacob said I have no teeth left, said Rachel. Jacob ruined Rachel's birthday surprise, said her mom. This is not okay, said Joseph's dad. But I was just telling stories, said Jacob. On the playground the next day, no one would play with Jacob, and he couldn't understand why. After spending nearly the whole day by himself, Jacob was so sad, he went to talk to an adult, his rabbi. Rabbi, I made so many people angry and upset with me, and I want to tell them I'm sorry. I'll do anything to have my friends play with me again. The rabbi told Jacob, you want people to forgive you? Go home tonight and find a tube of toothpaste. How many of you brush your teeth? I hope all of you raise your hands, use toothpaste, right? So this would be taking a tube of toothpaste just like Miss Leah has and squeeze it all out into a bowl. Ooh, squishy. Jacob thought this was a strange request, but since usually his rabbi knows the right thing to do, we always do, and this was a pretty simple task, he did it gladly. So he squeezed that toothpaste out onto a plate just like Miss Leah did. Ugh. Don't do this at home. Your parents will not be happy with you. Okay. When he returned to school the next day to tell the rabbi what he had done, the rabbi said, "Now, go put all of the toothpaste back in the tube." But that's impossible, said Jacob. Everyone knows that once you squeeze toothpaste out of the tube, you can never get it back in. Miss Leia is trying, and it is just making a goopy mess. The rabbi said, "You're right. It is the same with stories about other people, whether mean, true, or false. Talking about other people is not okay. Once lashon hara, unkind speech, has left your mouth, you can never truly take it back." From then on, Jacob understood that his words mattered, and he took joy in sharing good news and telling his friends how much they meant to him. And so, as we begin a new year and build a new community and hopefully come together as one congregation in person soon, we remember that our words matter and they carry weight. And what we say shows the world who we are. So this Yom Kippur, think about all of those things that over the past year we've said badly about other people, that we haven't done the right thing. And we try to say, I'm sorry for that, and we try to be better in the coming year. So we do our closing blessing after reading Torah, which is on page 13. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Awesome. So we are going to lift our Torah high, and so everyone has to stand up so we can lift our Torah high. If you have a Torah, go ahead and lift it super high. If not, just pretend.
V'zot Torah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael. Al pi Adonai li'ad Moshe. V'zot Torah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael. Al pi Adonai li'ad Moshe. And now we are going to put that Torah back in the ark. So here we go with some shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are what? Happy. Shalom, here we go. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Now in Hebrew, I know you all know it really well in Hebrew. The words are in the book, go. Eitz hayim milem machazikim b'tocheha me'ushar. Eitz hayim milem machazikim b'tocheha me'ushar. Big finish with those shaloms one more time. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom.
Awesome. So if you are not already standing, we are going to stand for Aleinu. This is part of our concluding part of our service, and it is our opportunity to show God how much we love God. So we are going to read responsively. If you have it in front of you, we're on page 15. We believe in tomorrow. We believe we have the power to make tomorrow different from today. We believe that poverty doesn't have to be permanent and that men and women don't have to learn war forever. We believe in humankind. We believe that there will be a time of peace and a time of justice. There can be a time of family and a time of calm for all who live on earth. We believe that we share in bringing that day closer by the way in which we live and pray. The world may smile at our dreams, but no matter, we still believe. We sing together by Yom HaHu.
Bayom hahu, bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo, u'shemo, u'shemo echad.
Awesome. So you can go ahead and be seated. We are going to do our closing prayer today, which gives an opportunity for parents to have a speaking part, for the kids to have a speaking part if you can read, and then I will do that last part. So Leah is going to be the parent and the children. I'm going to take the parent part, Leah, because I am a parent, but I'll let you do the children part. All right, so page 16. Parents with me. Today, on Yom Kippur, we have joined with the people Israel and prayed for more blessing, for better listening, and for the desire to ask questions, for meaning, learning, and for making peace. May we learn from our mistakes and grow to be better people.
And children, if you are reading, let's read together. Help us make our prayers come true. Teach us to learn from our mistakes, to take words of prayer and turn them into acts of love and peace.
Let this new year be the beginning of something new and better for each one of us. Let this new year be filled with learning and doing. Let this new year be about hearing each other and helping each other. Mishaberach avotenu ve'imotenu. May the one who blessed our ancestors, our mothers, and our fathers before us, guard us in our going out and our coming in, now and forever. We are going to rise for our Shofar Blast, our last Shofar Blast, unless you are watching on live stream later or in person, I guess. And you're going to hear our Tekiah Gedolah now, and then you will hear it later. But we rise so that you can hear this Shofar Blast and let it make you wake up and get ready to say sorry and to think about how we can be better in the coming year. Tekiah Gedolah.
Yasher Koach, beautiful job. Our closing song is Adon Olam. This one we're going to start kind of slow, and we're going to get faster and faster. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Ve'ed Nasa, Ve'hefto Kol, Azai Melech, Shemo Nikra. Can you sing that low note? V'acharei kichlot hakol levado yimloch nora v'hu haya v'hu hoveh v'hu yeh v'tifara. Okay, now we're going to start kind of slow. Adonai Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzirni Rale Nasabe Chetzel Kol Azai Melach Shemoni Krabe Acharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimot Harabehu Ayabehu Obebehu Yebeti Bara Adonai Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzirni Rale Nasabe Chetzel Kol Azai Melach Shemoni Krabe Acharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimot Harabehu Ayabehu Obebehu Tibara Behu Ayabehu Obebehu Tibara Behu Ayabehu Obebehu Tibara.
Shana Tova, Gamar Chatima Tova. It is wonderful to see all of you. Thank you for joining us this morning. May your parents, if they are fasting, have an easy fast. If you would like to turn on your video and wave hi, note that if you do unmute yourself, you will show up on live stream. So if you're okay with that, that's great. Otherwise, we'd love a wave. Hello, hello.
Gamar Chatima Tova, everyone.
So good to see you. If you want to unmute and say hi, you can. You are allowed to. It was so good to see you all. All snugly on the couch, dancing around, pets joining in, eating breakfast.
Okay, now let's see if you want to unmute yourself.
Oh, we couldn't do it before? Okay.
Hi, Yontif.
Good Yontif. Hi.
I'm another wiggly too.
Oh, another wiggly tooth, Riley. Oh my goodness, that matches with our toothpaste. Hello, hello. Good to see
Hi,
you.
everyone. Good Yontif, everyone.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi.
Good Yontif, everybody. Good Yontif, Maddie. Good Yontif, Rebecca. Good Yontif, Asher. Good Yontif, Riley. Good Yontif, Trevor. Good Yontif, Josh.
And to all the parents.
Yes, you too.
You're welcome. So glad you joined us.
Anybody need to brush their teeth? I got some leftovers.
Yummy.
Riley, should I save this for you for Sunday?
Just for the missing tooth that she'll
I'm gonna
have.
save that for you for your wiggly tooth.
I have a wiggly one that
She wants to save it for you.
Thank
Want my
you.
toothpaste?
Thank you. I love it.
I like bubblegum toothpaste.
Oh, this one is fluoride.
No, thank you.
This is fluoride anti-cavity toothpaste. Do you like that kind?
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
That was so nice. All right, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.